So I really wish that I could actually talk about the chapter right after I read it, but with how my work schedule works and how everything works, it's my day off on Friday. It's usually my only day off, but I'm usually hanging out with my girlfriend, so I can't get to it. So I reread the chapter, and I'm still in love. I really love what they did with this chapter, okay? Let's kind of get in the meat and potato. Not the meat and potato. This time, I'm going to start from the beginning. So I'm a little scared to not look at my camera because I have to close it in order for it to, for me to see it. So we're in the skies above Wano right off the bat. There's no cover story. I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted to see where that Vinsmoke thing went. I'm pretty sure that was it, though. Who knows? We're in the skies above Wano, and we're with Momonosuke that actually did hold on to all the flame clouds that Kaido put there a few, way in the beginning. Because if you remember, Momonosuke said he was going to try and use the flame clouds. I didn't know if he could because it was a different dragon's flame clouds, but I guess it makes sense because, they're both dragons. And technically they might have the same devil fruit type thing if you're going off of somebody else's theory of they took Kaido's fruit DNA to put it into Momonosuke's fruit, so he's like 99% dragon and then 1% dragon or something like that, right? So if it's anything like that, that might be a thing, but I think it's just because they're both dragons. I don't know. There might be some weird glitch in the Matrix type dealio with that ability. And then we go down to the live floor with Kidd's giant bull thing fighting Big Mom. I think in this first panel, yeah, it just knocked her over. It's just kind of standing there. And then she's down and everyone's freaking out yeah, let's go. Let's fucking do this. We got this. It's so good. And Eustass, or Mr. Kidd, is just standing there fucking asshole. He's talking smack. And then Law, how do I put this into words? After Kidd attacked Big Mom, Law's like, what the fuck, dude? This is 2 times. You take my limelight. I'm not an opener act. And I feel like that's kind of because he was on the Straw Hats for so long, right? I feel like that's gotta be in some way because he was on the Straw Hats. I don't know if he would have said that beforehand. I mean, he might have. I think Oda said that he would act more like Luffy if Corazon was around. But I think that was because, he's hanging out with the Straw Hats for so long. He's kind of tired of everyone's shit. Poor Law. And then Big Mom finally gets up. And she just tells them to... and Law just keeps going and is just talking about, what's going to come next? A fucking hippo or an elephant? No. Obviously, Kid's not going to tell him. But obviously, it's another animal. But Big Mom gets up. And her arms are broken, wiggle-wangling around. And doing their, just being broken, I guess. And she just, pulls out a new technique. It's just, her soul power, but it she just touches her broken arm with it. Even though her other arm was broken. That's gotta have hurt, man. But she just heals herself. Is that okay? Can we just do that in the middle of a battle, I guess? Is that allowed? I guess so. And then she screams, yes, mama, yes, mama. She named her arms by her. And I don't know how many times she can use that. Oh, man. I guess she's not scared to use it because she says, I'll have to exchange some life to bring you bones back. Wait, maybe her bones are talking now because she used her, life something on it, right? Because she used part of her soul. It says, yes, mama, yes, mama. I can't tell if that's just her, because her mouth is open, or if it's, her arms talking, which is, if that's the case, it's okay. You're just going to have some weird, even if you won, you're going to have some weird talking arms from now on, right? And then Law goes into saying, right after that, I'm going to be out. I'm going to be down for the count after this next attack, so you're going to have to do something after. We have to do it now. And Kid's like, fuck you asshole. I'm not doing anything you say. And then Big Mom comes out and he fucking Dragon Balls teleports behind him. Not really. And then she cuts up Eustass's thing, Captain Kidd's like scrap metal thing. And then he just says it's nothing but scrap, so I don't care. And then she's just talking smack for a while. She just says, I've sent hundreds of you to the watery grave. Shit like that. I don't know if my scan's 100% on, but, and then she talks about, like, we've ruled for decades now since you two were drinking from your mother's teat. Like, she's really smack talking right now. And then Kidd does this really cool move where he takes, he just, like, makes her forehead into, like, a magnet, and then the wall into the magnet, and then Big Mom fucking slaps into the wall. And then he's trying to get the weird bull thing the bull thing's on, like, course to hit her, and then she just, like, stands up with the wall on her back, which obviously means that they're really doing damage, because Kaido and Big Mom, I don't know about Big Mom, I don't remember, but I do remember that Kaido did try to dodge only after it was doing something. Like, he could feel the pain, right? So I think it has something to do with that. I mean, obviously they are doing damage to her, but it's enough to where she actually wants to avoid the attack. Like, it's doing something. And the horn on the weird bull thing is, like, Kidd's scrap, is, like, it's black. So I assume it might have some sort of hockey in it to actually, like, do something. Maybe. I guess it all depends. But that's kind of my little theory. So she moved a whole ass, like, tower, like a block to a tower, to dodge this attack and hit it into that so it doesn't hit her. And now she just has it on her back, I think. Is that so? Oh, no, it might have broken off. I can't tell. There's a lot of smoke behind her, so. And then she pulls out this fucking wild attack where she takes out, or she just homing can't. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. So after she gets up, she says, mother's misery, right? So this fucking mother misery thing is all of her, like, it's her sword. It's Hera, it looks like, because it looks like Hera, and Prometheus. And I don't think Zeus is around, but I don't know why they didn't do this on Whole Cake Island. I mean, this couldn't be that bad. You already have them. They could just do whatever. They could just destroy, like, landscapes for her. I don't know. This could have been useful earlier. Anyway, it's really cool to see that she can just, like, combine her attacks like that and fucking crush people. Like, look at this. Love that. Oh, and then after the attack, it just keeps going. I for some reason that didn't come to mind. I didn't see that for some reason, but it did. It just started moving on its own and just kept attacking all of the subordinates, like the samurai and everything, is my assumption, because the samurai are freaking out in this panel. And then in the background, Law was just all the way, just chilling out. He was doing his own thing. And then I guess he used a room, maybe, and he took, like, one of the towers, and before Big Mom noticed, he smacked her down with the tower. And that, my friends, is the fucking coolest thing ever. It's not the coolest thing in the chapter so far, but... And then he jumps up after she's down, and then he uses Kroom on his sword again, stabs it into her, and then we see, because it goes down so far, it goes through her, it goes through the basement armory, and then it goes into the ground on Wano, and then he just says, puncture Willie, and it fucking explodes. There's a huge crater in Wano now because of Law. He wasn't even on the ground. This is wild. And he said he had to go deeper before he actually, like, let it off, right? So I don't understand. Does he know where it is? Can he see it? It's underground right now. It's in the ground. Has he noticed? Maybe, like, the length of it? I guess this wouldn't make that much sense, right? But I think that the length of it might also have to do with, like, the diameter, kind of, in some, like, way, right? Because if it's just, like, okay, say you're on, like, the first floor or something and it goes down, like, 10 feet, would that only be, like, a 10-inch radius? And because it's, like, 1,000 feet, would it be, like, 1,000-inch radius kind of thing? I don't know. But that's really interesting to me. And then, you know, Eustass, being not so mid this chapter, comes out with a fucking rail gun. Oh my god. And fucking, what's her face? Hera and Prometheus, the weird misery attack, came down to attack Law, and then Kidd comes out of fucking nowhere with a rail gun and shoots Big Mom right down. And I can't wait to see that animated. I honest to God can't. But I think the coolest thing in this chapter is the last panel, because I'm gonna read it for you from what I have. Your era is over by Law. Your era is over is the coolest line in this whole chapter. She's not down yet. I don't think she's down yet. I think we've got maybe one more chapter of fighting Big Mom, but this is, if it isn't, I would be happy. Right? I would not be upset if this was the last chapter with Big Mom for this reason. She might get up later and try to go for Luffy or the other two again, but I think this might be like it. Right? Yeah, so there are like color scans here. I don't think they're like, canon color scans, but they do have some really fucking cool like colors here, so whatever. But it has Puncture Willie, which only made me think of Steamboat Willie. I couldn't find the puncture part for some reason when I was scanning it the second time around, and I only thought of Steamboat Willie, which all I thought it was a little peeny weeny, so it's all right. Anyway, I guess that's that, and I will see you guys, I guess, in the next one. Peace.